Hey, good evening, everyone. So let me quickly share so there are two ways we can do trading. One is you follow the indicators in trading view, right? For example, we have a combination of indicators where you see a sell signal, you see at the top this turning to green to red, and then now again it turned from red to green at the bottom. You got a buy signal, right? I can buy right, I can take a long on crude oil now. I hope you can see the screen. Yeah, right. So you have a lot of big players are buying huge contracts here. We got a buy signal. The red line turned to green. Right here also, it came all the way to the bottom. That means it is oversold now. Again, it started bouncing up. Where RSI, everything is becoming green. Where SMA started becoming green. So this is one way where we can trade by looking at, right, you follow some of the charts, right? For example, RB1, right? RB1, heating oil, crude oil, all of them, right? They will follow the same direction. So if you see heating oil, right, it came to the support. There is a strong support here. There are some big buyers here. You can see some fair value gaps. But one major problem with most of the traders is once we see some profits, we will quickly book it. Right? We may not wait until the last minute to book the profits. We may quickly book $100, $200 profit, whereas the losses will hold for more time. That is common 95% of the retail traders are generally because we want to have that feeling of winning or making profits. So we take the profits quickly and we hold the losses for long time. But again, right, understanding how the indicators, how the price work, right, how the big players manipulate, all those things we will get by using the indicators, by understanding, right, what is the uh, discount areas where the big players will buy, right, where we should not, right. Generally, right, for example, today morning, you must, right, market moved so much. So generally, we tend to go long at that point of time, right? Today morning, if you saw, generally we tend to go long when price is going up because overnight it moved so much, NQ moved so much. Generally, we tend to, and also we had a good news with GDP reports and other things. Most of the time, we think like trend is bullish, but it was at the top. So immediately once market opened, price dropped so much. Right. So again, it came back all the way to the discount, and again it started moving up. So that's why it is very important to see these levels and take it. So if you want to just focus on one ticker, right? If you are looking only NQ, only look at NQ and take the trades, you can easily make $200-300 every day, right? Even if it is 1 2 hours in the evening. If you focus only on any one chart, you can do it. Only thing is you have to be disciplined, follow the alerts, right? Follow the rules. So whenever I see this at the top, I see a sell signal and I'll go short. Or whenever I see a buy, if it is close to a support or if it is close to a big buy order block, I see this green, I'll go long. So like that, if we can follow strictly with a proper discipline, with a proper uh, uh, entry criteria, then we can make consistent profits. But the one problem is sometimes we may make 3 4 trades successfully, and then suddenly we become overconfident or we try to take bigger position size. That is one problem. Second thing is you can only watch one chart. You cannot look at multiple charts or right unless you are very very experienced. You cannot look at three four charts at same time and try to identify okay which is looking good where we can take the trades like that. So that's where the algos, right? The algos will help where you don't need to click on the buy and sell buttons. You don't need to manually see and click on right when to buy, when to sell. So there are so we have different algorithms in Ninja Trader where you can do all those things where the algo will do the buy and sell. So whenever there is a proper uh, condition, whenever it thinks like price is going up, it will do a buy. Whenever it sees that price is at a resistance or coming down, it will do a sell. So as long as we have a good uptrend or downtrend, the algos will make nice profits. So they will, right? They won't have any emotions like us. So they will wait until the last minute to book the profits, or if there are losses also, they'll quickly come out of the trade, and they will take the other direction. Whereas as a when we trade, we cannot do that, right? We trade with emotions. It is difficult, right? Even though you have a lot of experience, sometimes it becomes difficult too because right, everyone will have some strong assumptions or opinions, and they will think like it may come down, it may come down. Sometimes market will go against to our assumptions. So one is the algos will trade without emotions. The second thing is you can set the algo on 10 different charts, 20 different charts at same time. The algo will automatically take the trades. You don't need to, right? We cannot do that manually. And also while sleeping also, we can, right? The algos can do such type of things, right? We cannot stay awake or, right? You might be doing, have your primary jobs and other things where you cannot do that. You cannot be before the system to see when these type of conditions happen, right? This can happen with stocks, it can happen with futures, it can happen with anything, but you cannot keep watching throughout the day, whereas algos will do that on behalf of us. We don't need to keep watching. They will do it. But one thing we need to remember is, as I said, there will be some tickers which will be moving good, right? Always, if you see, right, for example, there was a lot of consolidation here, right? It was very choppy here, right? There is no movement, just going up, coming down, going up, coming down, right? Without any movement. So if you enable the algo somewhere here, you may not really make much profits. So you will have some consolidation period, and then there was a big drop. Again, it may go up. Again, there will be a consolidation period. So we need to identify which tickers are moving good on the day, which tickers have lot of momentum, lot of either bullish momentum or bearish momentum. For example, you see some tickers like YM, right? The session started at 5 p.m. Central. In last 3 hours, really there is not much momentum. So you can see it is in a pure consolidation phase. If you see ZF1, there is not much momentum, or ZN, there is not much momentum. So there are some tickers like that where which don't generally move during the evening hours or when volume is low, they don't move. But you can see some tickers like Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin is a global asset. Every country trades Bitcoin. So even now also it is moving good, right? So it is one of the bullish tickers. So maybe we may see 68,000 by tomorrow, right? If you see in a higher time frame, you can see that it is bullish, and it may go all the way to 68,000. So you identify some tickers which are moving good, and then there are certain timings where mm, there will be good momentum in the right. For example, RB is moving down, but there is more momentum. So you identify which tickers are very bullish or very bearish for the day, and then you try to enable the algo on those tickers because there is a bullish momentum or there is a bearish momentum in those tickers, right? For example, Bitcoin is a bullish ticker. In the same way, natural gas, there is lot of, we got a sell signal. So there is some bearish momentum. Now, in the same way, RB, it dropped so much. Now again, it is trying to bounce back. Wheat, wheat also is very bearish, right? It dropped all the way, and now for some time there will be consolidation. After consolidation, it can drop further. So if you see in 1 hour, you can identify that it is in a sell. May come all the way till here by tomorrow. So step number one is identifying which tickers are moving bullish, which tickers are moving bearish, right? For example, crude oil is making a good move, right? We got a buy, strong buy. So from 67.1, this is nearly $300 move. So identifying some tickers, and also there are some tickers like MNQ or NQ, ES, gold, silver, crude oil, right? One more thing we need to make sure is the spread should be very narrow, right? Because generally the algos will do the market orders, right? They won't do the limit order. Whenever algo tries to buy, it will see what is the current market price. It will buy at the market price. So you need to select tickers which have a nice liquidity. That means the difference between the bid and ask should be very, very less, right? You cannot have uh, 10 pips difference or 10 ticks difference between the, right there. For example, let me show you RB. There are nearly 17 ticks difference here, right? Even though it is moving good, there is lot of difference between the bid and ask. That means whenever the trade opens, immediately it will buy at a market price, right? Whenever they sees a buy signal, it is buying here. Suddenly, if it has to sell, it has to sell here. If the difference between the bid and ask is more, that means you are already starting with a $100 loss or something. So it is also important not only identifying which tickers are moving good, the second thing you need to see where the bid and ask is less. So there are tickers like natural gas, silver, crude oil, NQ, MNQ, or GC is where generally the spread will be less, right? Because these are very liquid symbol. That means a lot of people will buy and sell these ones. So when there is lot of demand and lot of supply, the the spread will be less. But if there are some tickers, right? For example, let me show you some tickers like EMD. Let us take EMD, right? It is nearly 1.9 ticks different. That means nearly $190. If you are buying at a market price, already you are at a $190 loss. So these are the tickers you should not enable the algos where the bid and ask spread is very far, right? It is very wide. So you should only trade liquid tickers like gold, silver, or crude oil, NQ, MNQ, such type of tickers, which will, right, where your risk is minimal. Because the, right, if you are already paying much more, right, if somebody is bidding at 2692.9, if you are buying at 2693 or 93 point, that is okay, right? 10 cents difference is fine. But if the spread difference is too much, that will be, right, you are already starting with a big loss. So, right, remember the point that you should always look at what are the bullish and or what are the bearish tickers, and what are the bullish tickers. And also, second thing is, if something like EMD is very bearish, don't enable EMD for the algo because the spread and ask will be very wide for EMD. Or don't use for something like RB, right? Even though RB it is moving good, but generally the bid and ask there is a huge difference between bid and ask. So that is also one more thing you need to remember whenever you want to enable something. Make sure the bid and ask difference is less. So use only standard tickers or very liquid tickers like silver, crude oil, gold, natural gas, NQ, MNQ, or ES, MES, and then so if they are available in either bottom or top, they are the best ones to enable. For example, today natural gas is a good ticker to enable the algo, right? And then silver is another good ticker to enable, right? Because these are generally they are good ones for manual trading, but for algo trading, because generally the spread and bid and ask will be little far. Generally, these are not good candidates for algo trading, RB, ZW, or even ZL. Silver is okay. Generally, you will have a very less spread between bid and ask. Right? I hope that is clear for everyone. Right? Again, heating oil for manual trading, this is good, but not for algo trading. Right? Only good ticker is crude oil. Uh, right? Out of heating, RB and CL. CL is the best one. And in the metals, silver, gold, they are the best ones. And for indices, NQ, ES, or MNQ and MES, they are the best ones. So there is one more thing you can also do. So yeah, we have another indicator which gives us a confirmation, right? For example, these are like our pivot points. So if the price is trading below the pivot points, that means generally it is a bearish ticker. Mostly it will be bearish throughout the day. Right? It may go touch this one again come down. So overall the ticker will trade bearish. So if you see for RB, so right, these are the pivot points. Right, yesterday these were the pivot points. It traded yesterday means right. Basically after 5 p.m. it is considered as a new day for futures trading. So yesterday these were the pivot points. It was trading all the day below the. Today again these are the points. So it can be bearish. The same way let us look at Bitcoin. Right, and these are the pivot points. It was trading above it. These are the pivot points. It is trading above it. So mostly this ticker can be bullish. Right, if it is trading above the pivot points, this can be bullish. GF, right, as of now market is closed for this one. Right, that is one more thing. And also one more thing that will help us to understand is if the pivot points are very close to each other, there can be a lot of momentum in the ticker in the instrument. That means, right, for example, today we saw NQ moved so much up. till morning. Again, when market opened, it dropped. Again, it went up so much. So again, today also you can see these lines are very, very close. If you see one day before, the lines are very far. The pivot points are very far. So it was chopping, right? There was not much momentum, just it was moving in a 20, 30 point range. So this is one more important factor, right? Because we want tickers where there is good momentum, right? Either we need a bullish momentum or bearish momentum. Anything is fine. We don't want a choppy ticker, right? If the lines are too wide, right? If the pivot points are spread across or there is a lot of distance between one line to other, the ticker will move in a choppy or in a small range. But when these pivot points are close to each other, there can be very big momentum. So those are the best days to enable those tickers, right? For example, today also MNQ shows that there can be a big, right? There can be a MNQ or MQ. There can be a big momentum, right? It may come all the way. So as of now, it is trading below the pivot points. So maybe it may come all the way. So it may come to the support and again bounce back. This is like our resistance, but we can expect some huge volatility, right? From now until tomorrow, there can be a good volatility with MNQ and MES. So if you also see, let us see crude oil. Crude oil, you can see the lines are not very close, right? There is enough gap between one to other. So, so these are the three factors you have to use. One is look for which are the most bullish, most bearish. Second thing is look for the tickers where the spread should not be too wide. It should be like crude oil, GC, like that. Then the third one you can also refer is okay, in which tickers my lines are very close to each other. In which tickers my lines are far from each other. If the lines are close, that means that is a good one. So with all this, right now, let us enable the algo on some of the tickers. Then you can see that how the algos will auto, right? Now you identified, okay, MNQ. If you just enable the algo and let algo take the trades, right? Overnight, you may make 100, $200, right? Especially there are prop firms like Tradify where you can directly get the PA accounts. Even if it makes $100 every day without you spending a lot of time, that is like a good one where your risk is also minimal. So you can enable 2 micros, 3 micros, and let algo take that, right? We know that the lines are very close to each other. That means there can be a lot of volatility or there can be a lot of it may come all the way down, again go up, again come down. So that is what we want, right? We don't want a choppy ticker. If it is a choppy instrument, if it is just keeps moving up and down in a small range, we won't make profits or algos will not give profits. So we know that now MNQ is a good ticker. So let us go and enable the MNQ. So for example, right today it came all right. Today morning it came all the way down and again it went up. So most of you already know about Ninja Trader. In Ninja Trader, you can enable so this is one advantage where you can enable multiple tickers, not just one ticker, right? For example, if I want to enable crude oil, I can enable the algo on the crude oil. If I want to use NQ, I can enable on the NQ. Like that, well, let us start with MNQ, right? Because MNQ is the low risk one, right? Even though there are some sudden news, sudden movements also, your risk is minimal. So you can go to, right? You have to open the chart, put it on 5 minutes Heikin, go to strategies, and then select PRISM algo. Right? You can. There are other algos. I'll demonstrate them later. And you don't need to put any target because sometimes it may go 100 ticks, 200, right? Today morning it went down nearly 200 ticks, 300 points. So, and then whichever account you want, right? For example, I want to select some Tradify account and then I want to enable it. And if you want to have, right, if you want to take only one MNQ or I want to take some three micros, and then I'll just say apply. So make sure one is there should you should not, right? If you give a specific time, right? If I want to run only between 8 to 10 p.m. Central, then I can put that, right, based on your laptop time. You have to give that in the 24-hour format. That means 20 hours to 22 hours. And then if you put it, then only between that time it will take the trades. Or because anyway it is just MNQ, right? Your risk is minimal, right? Even if you lose, you may lose 10, 20, $30 maximum. But again, if there is a big move, it will make 100, $200 with the move. If there is even if it is little choppy, there might be some time where it may give 10, $15 loss. But whenever there is a big move like this, with one simple signal, it can make few $100 even with 2 or 3 MNQs. So like this, I can enable MNQ. So for example, today we got a sell. It came all the way down. There was a buy, but immediately there was a sell. So there might be one or two signals which may not give profit, but one signal like this gave a huge profit. Again, we got a buy, it went all the way up, it gave a huge. Again, we got a sell. So again, right, it came all the way to the bottom now. In few minutes, we may get a buy signal. So all you need to see is, right, MNQ, MES, they are tickers generally where the liquidity will be high. So you can enable them, especially if there is a news event, right? If there is, for example, yesterday Micron gave very good earnings, or let us say Tesla gave good earnings, or Google, Microsoft, Apple, any big companies are giving any good earnings. Those are the best days. Then FOMC, CPI, PPI, job report, such type of days, there will be a huge volatility. There can be a big up move, big down move, big up move. So those are the best days, best for the algos because manually we cannot hold the trade for all this time, right? Or if it is going down, we may take a shot, we may not, right, close it on time. But the algos will do everything automatically, right? Whenever there are any earnings, right? Whether it is good earning or bad earning, or whenever there is FOMC, CPI, PPI, job reports, there will be a big momentum in the market. There will be either bullish momentum, bearish momentum, or there can be a big downtrend, right? Again, it comes all the way from the top to the from premium to discount. Again, it will go to minimum 50%. Again, it will come down. So, right, nothing, right? Market will not move only in one direction. It can move up, again come down. Again, it will move up, again it will come down. So, always it will be in a cycles or in a waves. So, those are the best days where you can enable the tickers like MNQ, MES, or generally MNQ, MES. Mostly they have good volatility and good liquidity. So there will be always good momentum every day, right? There are some members who are enabling MNQ, MES every day with Prism, making 100, $200 on their PA accounts, right? Because your risk is minimal, right? You won't have a sudden drops where only if there is an event, right? For example, at 7:30 a.m. tomorrow, we have some news event or some report. Then just disable for that 5-10 minutes. And then again after that event, because at that particular point of event, there might be sudden big drop. Algos will wait until the close of the candle, then only they will enter a sell or buy. So within that within that 1 minute, there can be a big 100-point drop. So only whenever, right, after the news is done, then you can enable it. Only during the news, right? Or if they are reporting earnings, just for that 5 minutes, disable the algo. But in other time, you can, right, after 5 minutes, before 5 minutes of the event, disable the strategy. Again, after 5 minutes of the event, you can enable the strategy. Only during the event, better, right? Just to take low risk, right? Either it can make huge profits if you are on the right. For example, you are in a buy signal, you got a good earnings or good news report, good GDP report. Suddenly, you may make 200, $300 with one big move. Or if you are in a buy, but suddenly there is a bad news, suddenly there can be a big drop that can also impact. So that's why always better you disable the strategy, right? How to disable the strategy? You can just go to yeah, right. You can, one is you can go here and you can go to strategies. You can just click here, disable, right? It will automatically get disabled. Or so that is one way. And so basically, let us enable the strategy on MES also. So you don't need to worry much, right? Just you have to enable the algo and let algo take care of everything. Whenever it thinks it is a good time, it will. So and you can, using replicanter, you can copy the trades into multiple. So now I enabled it on MES also. In the same way, if you see crude oil, right, it came all the way down, went up, down, went up, down. So I can enable on crude oil. So for example, there is a sell here, automatically it will take the sell. There is a buy here, it will take the buy. Again, it is coming down, right? If I go to my trading view chart, if you see crude oil, so you see there is a huge order block here, right? Around 65.77. Now we are at 67.28. It went little bit up, again coming down, right? If it break this support, it can come all the way to the bottom, right? We are below the pivot lines. That means it can be bearish, right? You can see lot of, right, all these are like fair value gaps, or you can call them, if they, you see in the red color, they are like lot of sellers in the market trying to push the price down. So if this breaks, this will come all the way till here, and then it can start bouncing from here. So you don't need to keep watching about it, right? So you just enable the algo, and if it breaks the support, the algo will take the sell signal. Oh, sorry, I think you're not seeing it. Okay, right now crude oil. So for example, there was a buy, it went up. But if you, right, for stronger signals, if you look at a higher time frame, it gives you more stronger signal. So in 1 hour time frame, we got a sell somewhere around 72. So from that point of time, it is bearish. And if it breaks this discount area, so this is where we can see big players want to go long, right? Even though there is a support here, there is not major, maybe 4,000 contracts are there. But if we have more number of sellers than 4,000, then that support can be broken and it will come all the way here. So again, right, we don't need to worry whether I should go long here, whether I should go short here, or you don't need to wait for it to break the support. You just enable the algo. right? In case if it breaks the support, algo will take the short signal, or if it starts going up, the algo will take the buy signal. Right? That's what the algo will help us to avoid trading with emotions. And whenever it sees, right, all we need is it should be one of the bullish or bearish tickers. The spread should be less. There should not be too much of gap between the bid and ask. Then the other thing is the pivot points also. There should not, there is some, right, gap is little bit high, but still, right, it is not very far. But NQ, MNQ, MES, they are looking very, very, very narrow. So we can see much bigger drops. Maybe if it comes all the way to 2137, or there can be a bit, right? It may come all the way here and then again start. Once Europe market opens, again it can become bullish. Right? So even while sleeping also, you can just enable the algos. Algo, right? You are enabling with MNQ MES. So your risk is minimal. Your accounts will know if there is a big move. By the time you get up, you will see some 200, $300 profit in your accounts. Otherwise, you may see some small loss. Right? Your accounts will not impact. Evaluation accounts or PA accounts will not get blown. And you want to trade with emotions. You are trading a high liquid tickers. And whenever there is a good buying volume, automatically the algo will take go long. So you don't need to worry too much, right? About looking all the conditions. Again, right? It is good if you can gain that knowledge, it is always good, right? Because once you understand the toughest thing, then it is easy to use the easy ones. But if you get practice with the easy things once, then you will never try to learn the hard, tough things, right? Hard things, right? Here you are looking at a confluence. Okay, I got a sell signal. This turned to red. So this may drop. All those things you will learn once you start watching, once you start practicing. This will help you for stocks, options, futures, currencies, everything, right? The trading view indicators. Whereas the Ninja Trader indicators are mainly for futures. So you can use so now CL. If it gives a sell signal, it will automatically take the short. So we are right. We enable the algo on CL. We enabled it on MNQ. We enabled. So now it took a sell signal automatically. And now I can copy that trade into multiple PA accounts using Replicanto software. Right, there is a strong support here. This is like your support zone. If it breaks this support, it may come all the way here. And then again, it will bounce back. Again, whenever it goes here, it may again, right? This is a strong resistance. This is a strong resistance. So now I can see, right? It took a shot on 3 micros. So you don't need to do any, right? Only thing is you need to just look at which tickers are bullish, which tickers are bearish, and is the ticker a liquid one. MNQ, MES you can enable every day, right? And then the other tickers you can see if you have any good tickers which are either bullish or bearish, and which if they are liquid, you can enable those tickers. So now I hope you can see the trading view. Yeah. You can also see, right? If you want, what you can do, you can go to NQ and you can take trades by yourself, right? Now algo gave a sell signal. It is giving you profits. You see that okay, this one is red, right? This one you see a huge sell order block. You see that RSI is completely red. Your SMA 20 is red. If you, for example, let us say everything is red here. This line is all right. If you have high confidence, you can go to NQ and you can also short it, right? To breaking the support. So there is a support, but it is coming down. It already made 80, $85. So with replicant, I'm copying it into 5 accounts. That is $400 done, right? They are PA accounts, performance account, 85 performance accounts. So that's it, right? You got your side hustle money for the day. But again, it can go down much further, right? If you see, the support is somewhere at 22, 21. So there is a high possibility for it to drop further. Again, you don't need to worry anything, right? You let algo do its job. Let it take the trades. Let it. So when you are doing with micros, your risk is minimal. And also, as I told, this will help you to identify, okay, is MNQ or NQ or ES going to be volatile or not? Yeah, the distance is very less. So yeah, we know that it can make nice moves. It may come all the way down, again go all the way up. You make some 100, $200 here. Again, once it goes up, you'll make another 100, $200. Let us say you are happy with 100, $200, right? Whenever it reaches 100, 200, you just take the profits, stop the strategy, and again repeat the same thing tomorrow. Right? When you are manually trading, suddenly your $100 profit is becoming 70. You get tempted to close it, right? But when algo is doing it, it will wait until last minute. If the loss is there, it will be a small loss. But if profit is there, it may give $200-300 with one account. If you have 4 5 accounts, that is nearly $1,000 profit. Right? I'm expecting a big drop here because right, lot of sellers in the market. Right, everything turned to red. Green line turned to red. So all you need is a good laptop, and your laptop should be active, right? It cannot go into a sleep mode or it cannot shut down automatically. Uh, so you should have a good laptop, and you can let it run throughout the night. It may go a little bit up and again start dropping. It won't let us sell on MES. So yeah, that's it. So even crude oil we enabled it. But crude oil, as I said, it is looking little choppy. So you can do whatever you want, right? You just enable the algo, identify the tickers. If you see any good ticker, right? MNK MES standard. But if you see any other good tickers, like it can be natural gas, it's a good ticker. But the only problem is can be choppy. There may not be very big move. Yesterday there was a big move. The lines were very close. But yeah, we can enable it. The risk is minimal with the natural gas. It is $15 or yeah, $55 profit. But again, it can go further down. I think yeah, by the time we enabled, I think there was a sell on ES. We did not take it. So enabling on natural gas. We use some accounts for my manual trading. I'll use some accounts for the prop firm trading or automated trading. And so you are not mixing up, right? If algo is taking a buy, you should not do sell. So I'm using some of, again, you can enable 3 minutes or 5 minutes in the evening time. But in the US market, it is always better to use 5 minutes. So as I said, price will not just go in one direction, right? It will go down, go little bit up, again go down, go little bit up, go down, go little bit up. When you are manually trading, you get tempted to close it. But if algo is doing it, even if it goes up, there might be a little loss, but again it will. So the losses will be minimal. Whenever there is a big move, the profits will be very big. So you can spend time with your family, or you can spend on your work and other things. Enable the algo and let algo do the thing job for you. Yet passively, if algo can make 100 $200 every day also with micros, that is right. You can do the same thing with MGC, MCL. So your risk is minimal and without your time and effort. For example, if you enable the algos yesterday, that made nearly $2,000 with an MNQMES because there was a huge move last night. You can even enable 10 different tickers at same time. Right? If I want, I can enable gold, I can enable silver. Before, right? Once market opens at 5 p.m. Central or 6 p.m. Central, I can go to each ticker, right? For example, I'll go to silver and I'll see if the lines are very close, that is the best ticker to enable. If the lines are little far, that means it can be little choppy. There may not, right? It may just go up, down, up, down. Then I will avoid the ticker. Platinum, the lines are too wide. And even if you make $500 every day, right, between 8 to 10, again, you can keep it entire day, but even if you keep 8 to 10 in one of the tickers, you will make $100 with each account, and with 585 accounts, you'll make $500. Right? If you are manual trading, right, suddenly from $100 it went to $30, we'd have closed the trade. Because our emotions come into picture. You feel like, oh, I'm losing my profits. We'll share the recording. Yeah, Prism will automatically close and it will automatically, right? If it close the short trade, it will take a long trade. If it close long, it will take a short trade. In generally MNQ, MES, they are the best ones. And then if gold and silver are looking good, then you can also use gold and silver. Gold, silver, and then crude oil. Generally, they move well in the Asia market. Right? For 1 or 2 days, you will just keep watching to make sure your algo is enabled. Right. After that, you don't need to just, all you need is 5 minutes. Right. Around 8 o'clock, you will enable. You will look at the tickers and then you will enable. And then you let the algo do its job. There are a lot of sellers in the market. Right. Again, you can even use NQ because, right, especially if you see those lines very close to each other, and also you see, but again, if you want a minimum risk, right, with the NQ, we'd have made already $600 with each account, but it's okay, right? All you without uh, stressing out much, even if you make 100, $120 in each account. So if you have 5 accounts, that is $600 profit. And you can be also consistent, right? Every day you use the same MNQ MES. Every day you make 100, 200 in each account. So you won't have the consistency rule, all those issues. If you get short on natural gas now, so it automatically places the stop loss, everything. Right? If you want, you can also mention what is the target you want. Or you can say, I want to make $100. You put 10 ticks. You can put 10 ticks as stop loss, 10 ticks as target. If it goes down, you'll make $100. If it suddenly goes up, you'll make $100 stop loss. So it is up to you, right? If you so for example, natural gas, now we got a sell. It kept a stop loss here. But if it drops, it may come all the way till here. Right? It is in a downtrend. So the channel is pointing towards the downside. It came down, went up, came down, went up, came down, went up. Again, it may come all the way down. Again, go up. So like this, you can have it on multiple tickers. Manually, it is difficult for us to watch what is happening in natural gas, what is happening in MNQ, MES. So you can have 10 different, 20 different tabs here. But only thing is, they should be liquid tickers, and also there should be a trend. There should be some momentum in those tickers. Especially you have end of the day drawdown. That is another advantage, right? Even though, all right, by end of the day we'll be in profits. You don't need to worry about unrealized losses, all those things during the day. Right? Again, when I'll go take the trades, you can also, as suggested, if you want to, if you are free, if you have time, you can manually trade if you think all the conditions are satisfied. Now you know, right, when to take a short, when to take a long. You're watching all the demo sessions every day. You see a lot of sellers in the market. You see this line is red. You see this line is red. You see there is a big buy order block here. That means this is a food for the price. It will try to come and grab this and try to go up. But sometimes it may, right? Sometimes it may only come till here and suddenly buyers may step in. Then it may move. So that's why we don't need to assume anything. We can let algo do. Whenever price starts moving nicely, then the algo will take the close the short. We'll have these profits, and again it will open the long trade automatically. You need a momentum in the market. If it is completely choppy, the algos will not. If there is a momentum, right? If there is, so you need to price to move either up or down, right? There should be uptrend or downtrend. Then algos will give huge profits. Prism will do everything by itself. We don't need to. Only thing you need to do is identify which tickers, right? MES, MNQ by default, and then if you see any other tickers, good, you can enable those tickers. That's it. Then everything it will do by itself. It will do by itself. It will do sell by itself. So how do you know there are a lot of sellers? One is you can see a lot of sell orders here. You can see a lot of sell orders here, and then you see a lot of right. These boxes are like sellers, big bunch of sellers waiting. So even if price goes there, again it will drop. It will touch that and it will drop from there. Asia market mainly starts from 7:30 p.m. Central until 10:30 p.m. Central. You will have good volume. Again from 2 a.m. Central till 5 a.m. or until 7 a.m. Central, you will have both. One is Europe market will be there, and again from 6 a.m. Central, US market will start. From 6 a.m. you will have US volume, Europe volume. 6 a.m. to 7:30 is also a good time. During 7:30, better you take a pause for 5-10 minutes, disable the algos, and again from 7:30 to 8:30 you can keep them enabled. At 8:30 to 8:45 is little risky. Sometimes there can be huge up and downs. So you can pause for 10-15 minutes for first 15 minutes, and then again you can enable the algos from 8:45 until 2:30 p.m. Central. Yeah, MNK you can keep it enabled. Right. During that 11 p.m. Central to 1 p.m. there might not be much volume, but you can just yeah, keep it enabled and let the algo. You may have small losses, but whenever there is a big move, you will have a huge profit. So yeah, that's it, everyone. So I'll share the results tomorrow morning, and yeah, that's it, right? Without you spending a lot of time, right? Again, if you want, you can learn and you can use for stocks, options, and you can write while algos are taking trades on micros, you can take it on minis. But if you don't want to spend a lot of time, you can let just algos run the trades and let them this and again drop. Yeah, I'll share the recording in some time. Yeah, that's it everyone. Talk to you tomorrow morning. And you don't, right, don't interfere with the algo. Let algo do its job. If you try to again, mm, right, if you try to do anything manually when algo enter the trade, it may duplicate the trades or it may do two contracts next time. So if you are using some accounts, just to keep them for the algo. You don't close or you don't do anything. Let algo. Because again, if you manually interfere, you may miss big profits and you may take small profits again. Right? Again, as I told you, it came here, touches the sell the block, again coming down. Right? It may make 150, $200 with just a 2, 3 micros. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Talk to you in the morning.